Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a Salted Slices stream on a beloved Tuesday. Mad God Relapse goes crazy. It could be worse. Imagine the Mad God's Prolapse. And now all of a sudden we're like, all right, you know what? He's right. We've got like... There's a bunch of tutorials that are popping up because it's the first time I've played Realm on this computer. Surely that won't be an issue. I know you can't see right now, but like I can. It's insanely loud for me, but that's probably like just because I'm keeping my computer volume too loud. I've just turned it down on my end. Should be a fine volume for you, as long as you enjoy like hearing this. As long as you enjoy hearing that, we should be all good. Let me swap on over to this scene. Also free up a little bit of rendering power because I don't have to render so many models at once. I mean, I guess they are the exact same model, but it seems like for some reason outputting 4 of them at once is a little bit harder on my PC. We don't touch the Nubby's Number Factory one, okay? Some things in this world are made to be sacred. Game capture, add a new one, Rotmig. This one will be used quite often. Capture specific window, the window's name, Realm of the Mad God Exalt, okay. And now... ta-da, it's just that easy. Being a streamer so easy, anybody could figure it out. If I figured it out, you can too. Let me just make myself a little bit larger. It's just like an ego thing that if I'm not large enough, I'm gonna feel less than. So obviously I can't have that happening because then I would have to question my own morals and belief system that got me to this point in my life. Surely you opened your Pokemon packs today? I have, and I've been doing the Wonder Pick event, and let me just tell you, damn. Some of my settings might be off, by the way. I haven't had time to like tweak all of them. One setting that was a very welcome change that I allowed with like open arms, very happy to see, is they made it way easier to tell, or sorry, to down the opacity on people within the world. Now it is a new season, so I feel like I should just like, children avert your eyes. Well, actually, hold on, before I just jump away and, you know, let myself get eaten by the worms, become food for them. Do I have another character slot yet? I don't. That adds up. 147 days ago, your last one died. Well, you know, I mean, you're fat. Just like half a year. I wonder what the approval rating of a president could do in that time. Probably great things. So, we'll just run over here and get ourselves a quick little reset. Because I want to play a seasonal character. I don't see... Please. Let me die. Thank you. I don't see a reason to keep going until my account is now level 6. Hold on. Level 7. Hold on. Level 8. Hold on. Level man finds new exploit. Account level 12, 13. What can I say? I mean, we really popped off today. Is that now how they're going to do everything? Is that just like how everything gets tracked from now on? Well, we've got Ninja that we can play. I liked him more when he was a Fortnite streamer, personally. Do we have any skins? No, of course not. Sure. Hey, big man, how's it hanging? Currently around 30 degrees to the left. What about you? What is this? Beginner title, Oryx Evil Laugh emote, fame. All characters start with a ring of minor defense item in the ring slot. I don't think I need that necessarily. Great taco. I mean, circa 2012, that would go insane. Fine, I'll claim it all. Account levels reward. Okay, sure. Did I get everything else? Oh my, do I have to click claim all one at a time? What is the point? Oh, skip remaining pop-ups. Okay, so now it'll just go through all of these. Start with a T1 everywhere. I don't know if I necessarily want that. Once it, beginner equipment, I don't care. Give me anything, I guess. Is there a way to disable that, or am I just like cursed to have it now? I'm doing fine. Sorry, had to do something. Why do you make it sound like you were John Wick? You just employed to kill somebody? Unlocks a vault chest. Once activated, do not change maps before the confirmation message appears or the item might disappear. Okay. This item can't be used by seasonal characters. Just gonna keep that right there. Oh no, I was so locked out for a second. Oh, you're fine, I think. I mean, I guess we just unlocked these. Please re-enter your vault and try again. The more things change in the world, the more that they've all stayed exactly the same. They'll say, don't leave, no matter what you do, it might overwrite what's going on. And then they say, hey, how about you get out of here? We don't know what's going on. Now, the nice thing about getting baby here is that there's a good chance you get heal, M heal, electric. Heal, M heal, attack far. What do I think about that compared to M heal, heal, savage? It's like fine, I don't know. I'm happy that all PlayStation players have been blessed with Balatro today. Did they put the game out for free? I feel like that's a little bit too much. Like, that's unleashing an evil you're not ready for. You're creating a new generation of gamblers. Which, I mean, horrible timing for them because all the big horse races are just about to start, you know? We might have a new Triple Crown Stallion or something. Which is precisely what your mother called me last night. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna freak out. I can't play Balatro because my console is broken. It's on mobile, it's on mobile, it's okay. You'll make it, you'll make it. Is K the default one? Yes, it is. All right, we're fine. It's the monthly game for May. I mean, unfortunately, I've already bought Balatro on anything and everything you can buy it on. I got it on Nintendo Switch. I got it on my phone. I've got it on my PC. I've got it on my PlayStation. They really knew how to peg me, and the answer was gambling. So take notes if you see me at a bar. All right, it's not that hard. I try to make it easy for anybody involved. Now, Ninja is an interesting class, by which I mean I think he's my least favorite class in the game. I don't know, I just don't really find him fun at all. And he's just kind of here to give people the, you know, if you want like your weeb fantasy character, I get it. But like for me personally, I don't know, his special ability is just Ninja Star. What I'm trying to say is once we get him to level 20, don't hold your breath for more Ninja gameplay. You haven't bought it on Joe's phone? I don't know if he's built for gambling like me. Also, this is the kind of song that I want to play when me and the boys are getting into a little sea shanty brawl at the bar, at the local pub. This shit just would slap so hard. It would really inspire everybody. I think I should zoom out a little bit. Oh, that feels so much better. I felt like I was seeing too much. My FOV was off. Actually, when I went back to play Minecraft, I don't know if you saw it on stream, because I might have set it up before I got to it on stream. Dude, Minecraft's default field of view must be made for like 90-year-old men playing the game. Because there's no shot anybody is just normally normally playing the game with it looking like that. I felt so zoomed in and like I was gonna freak out. You can drop tier 0 armor. Do you see the Isaac update? I saw people complaining about, yeah, precisely Tainted Lost. They removed Invincibility Book and Hourglass from Tainted Lost pools. I'm not mad about that. The whole character's idea is you're supposed to trade all of your defensive items for offensive items. So I think it's fine to get rid of some stuff that's like extra defense. Now, does it make the character harder? Yeah, but it does play to his thematic more. In fact, I actually thought that since Holy Mantle wasn't in the pool, it was weird that you could get Book of Shadows. Also, that doesn't stop blank card plus Holy Card anyways, which is like his strongest combo. So actually, that arguably does make it really strange that they did that, but still. Okay, the way they've changed how loot works. I actually have to read what things do. On-hit defense boost? Okay, sure. Why not? Wasn't it only made extremely rare? Which one? Oh, they removed D20 from greed mode. I know that this isn't going to be a popular take. Thank God. The only reason is I was too lazy to do D20 breaks, and yet people would always get upset in my chat if I passed up the D20 on greed mode. So if it's gone from the game, I'm safe. If they just made it rarer, then fuck, man. People are going to be even in more full force saying you got to do the D20 break. You don't get this often. They don't recognize that I don't enjoy just like constantly reroll. Oh, there's a battery. You pick up the battery, use it again. We continue on from here for 35 years. Sometimes I just want to like shoot the golden guy and touch a chest and feel good. That's kind of precisely what I told the doctor when I first popped out. I said, I kind of just want to touch a chest and feel good. And brother, I drank like crazy. Okay, cool. Absolutely nothing there. Awesome, awesome. Sorry, I know there was Forest Maze. Nothing that we're going to be spending our time doing. Has the shuriken always pierced? I swear it didn't used to. 30% chance to gain 8 defense. I mean, that's something, I suppose. We'll probably just run into the hive and get a bunch of levels in here. Sure. No, don't enjoy the game in the way you want. You must do the strat. Well, that was kind of how it felt, because like the D20 greed break, it's not a hard break, it's just a boring break. You know what I mean? Because it is it's like I said, you just sit there and you just wait and you wait and you keep rolling and wait. And the first time you ever do it, you feel like a genius, right? The very first time it happens, you're like, holy shit, I've cracked the code open. Then you recognize that 900 people before you have done this exact same break before. And you kind of feel like you're recording at a Chipotle and yelling at the employee. You know, like you haven't really cracked the code, you're just taking part of something. Also, it's insane they made planetarium items quality 4, then right back to quality 3. I think it makes sense, because it wasn't the really good part about it being Q4, like re-rolling your run. So you could just guarantee that you were getting a Q4. Well, I thought, actually, didn't rerolls take from the same pools? So I don't know if it did. I didn't really play too much when they were a Q4, I suppose. I'm like a fake Isaac fan, and I'm probably going to get like burned at the stake now because I haven't played it in a while. Which is fair. I only have 2,000 hours across all of my different accounts for Isaac. So like, I understand. I know it's rookie numbers. I'm trying to get it up there. It's just hard in my old age. Isaac's too much of a game for the Zoomers now. They all hear the Specialist song from Persona 4 and go, holy shit, the Binding of Isaac. No, there was one planetarium item they made really OP and it got nerfed. It was the dash one. That's crazy because I thought the dash one when planetariums first existed was just like not good. So then they had to buff it to make it good, which I guess then made it too good. And so then they had to nerf it again. So I guess it's just kind of like that item got dealt a bad hand. It's forced to be kind of like dog ass, lest it breaks the entire fabric of reality, the very thin fabric we all hold on to and cling to for normalcy, I suppose. We might die in here, by the way. I don't really have much damage or way to deal with all of this AoE that's going on. I'm just kind of like betting on the fact that even though I haven't played in a while, I've got superior movement inside of bullet hills. I know what you're thinking. You're not really dodging much. Correct. They have to try and dodge me. I don't have to dodge them. That's what I'm hoping, at least. I'm hoping that bravado is all that carries me there. It seems to work in the wrestling world, so why not here? See? Awesome. Spit in my face. Tell me I get nothing. Love to see that one. I remember the Great Isaac Plague when there were weeks of Isaac back to back. Look, it was all I knew how to play. All right? It was the only game I could reliably click launch on. And, like, you have to appreciate what you had, because now you're back to Realm of the Mad God. And I bet you're sitting over there like, if only he was playing Tainted Cain right now, and going, how do I use a recipe? Which, hold on, there's probably like a bit I can mine there. I just don't really know how to make it connect in a way that would be funny. We got a legendary Ninja's Edge. I guess he does that. I mean, I know he released Nut Milk. I didn't know if those were like any similarities. I can't escape the prison I've built. Me looking at all the roguelike games in my catalog. Just one more run. What if I did a roguelike gauntlet? Let's not lie. I lose a lot because I don't stay locked in. Plus, if I ever did a gauntlet, people would be like, you gotta add Spelunky 2. And if I play Spelunky 2, get used to seeing the initial caves, because that's all we're gonna see the entire time. I'm so ass at Spelunky. I am not built to be a cave diver. I can't fit into small holes like I wish I could. I'm sorry, I've been trying, I've been training. That's not true. Cave diving is... it's one of those hobbies that I have absolutely zero interest in. And like, I know that people say it's safe. But you know who else said things were safe? The CEO of Ocean Gate was talking about how submarines are the safest things you could possibly have. Anybody signing up to hop in the Pringles can to go see the Titanic? Beyond, raise your hand. I bet you are. Like, that's why it's like, I understand that in theory it's safe, but I think it's only safe because the kinds of people who would go cave diving in the first place already have like something a little bit fucked up in their mind together. And because of that, they take the extra precautions necessary. I think you put your average guy cave diving, he's dying. And then people will say, just go through all the certification then. But look, I'm saying I don't have it. It is safe in relation to most of the dangerous hobbies people think of. Well, I think it's also like there are a lot of safety precautions and a lot of like as long as you're smart, you should never really die cave diving, barring the fact of, you know, if the tectonic plates settle on you. I mean, that's just a low roll. That's one of those ones where you're holding R, you gotta restart. Unfortunately, they're shifting, but just play this Slay the Spire, boom, 1 hour of stream. True. More monster hunted salted as I look up through my pig trow when he force feeds me the slop. I'll say it, I think that some of the Monster Hunter streams have been some like really solid content when I'm able to unlock my brain from having to focus on the boss. But then when I have to focus back on the boss, I'm too locked in to say anything about like mpreg. I wouldn't care because gripping onto sharp rocks is uncomfortable. I mean, that too. Like I said, I just like don't have much of an interest. Now I'm not 100% fair in my assessment, right? Because I like going bouldering, but I go bouldering inside a gym where it's safe. And if I were to like fall off of the rocks, what would have happened to me is I fall about 5-10 feet and then hit a padded mat. Mpreg, where is Sen when you need him? What are you trying to do with Sen, can I ask? Like, are you two trying? I didn't even know that was real lore. Congratulations, preemptively. Unless, of course, one of you is unable to produce, in which case I'm sorry. Dude, I saw a random clip from like, it was just some VTubers that were playing a game, some VTubers I had never heard of before. Not obviously not trying to like, they're not popular like me. They've probably all heard of me before. It was some VTubers I hadn't heard of before, and they had like a very flirty tone between them, and I was like, oh, I get it. It's like a couple that's VTubing together. That's cute. And then people in the comment were like, no, they're just friends, and they just platonically flirt with each other. They're either lying to people, or they've got like a kind of friendship that would be my nightmare rotation. I'm not saying you can't compliment your friends, right? But I'm also saying that like, I'm not over there dropping to a low husky voice for the boys because one of them locked in Mantis for me. I'm not dropping the e-boy voice for that. That's reserved for other things. Hi Salted, hello, how's it going? Good thing I didn't die there. Boy, that could have been bad. By the way, this dungeon that we're in, like, I'm probably a little bit under-leveled for it, but we can probably leave it level 20 so long as I don't let myself get completely run through, as was my plan in the first week of college. As many trains as possible. Yeah, I just don't think that, like, the level of flirting they were doing, and I can't even remember exactly what it was. Also, hi, Derp. How's it going? But I can't remember the level they were doing 100%, but as I was listening to it, I was like, if my friend talked to me the way that they were talking to each other, he better be offering to give me head afterwards, because it's a little bit too suggestive. And I'm saying this as a guy who has compared sizes with some of my friends before, and nothing came of it. But like, there was you can tell some boundaries. If you're wondering when we compared sizes, well, you had to be in the hotel room with us, okay? And then did we all sleep naked next to each other afterwards? Well, that's gonna, you know, you gotta subscribe a little extra if you want to figure out the answer to that story. Well, only said hi to me now. Do you hate my opinion? Huh? What do you mean? Oh, wait, I didn't read everything you said. That's very true. Clearly impregnating men. I don't know if that was the first thing you said, but it's the first thing that's locked into my brain. But I don't know. Now, I suppose there was a little bit more context to me and the boys comparing sizes. However, it was really funny because I believe at the time, and notice I said at the time, by the way, there's a high underlined 17 times, so don't go spreading any rumors. At the time, I was the only one in the room who like was a virgin, and they were wondering, they were like, oh, is it because you're not packing? I'm like, I don't think that that's necessarily the case. Shall we compare? So now that you have the full context, you can understand why we had to. The answer, by the way, at least I was not last place. I'm not saying my shit is not topping any world records. We'll definitely put it that way. However, I was not last place, which is a badge of honor for me. Granted, it wasn't exactly a fair comparison, right? Because since we were all just like pulling down and comparing, nobody was feeling it. As in, no one was like fully hearted. So it's not really fair because like that puts the showers at an advantage and the growers at a disadvantage, which I don't think that's not apt of how the comparison should have gone. But I don't think we were also in the mood to like, you know, really go all out. And I'll say something on that too, right? Yeah, this is probably the best topic I've ever started a stream with. But I'll say something on that too. There's the whole like, are you a shower or a grower? Is there anybody in the world who is not a grower? Like that's what it does. That's kind of the entire point of it, is it grows. So, I mean, I guess a lot of women aren't probably growers. I can't speak to this as much, but I'd imagine they're probably not showing as much. But like everybody is a grower, right? And you could say that this is a self-report. I think that I'm the one who's in the majority though. Because I can't imagine having one that doesn't grow. Is it like, do you fall into categories proportionally based upon like, hey, if it doubles in size, that makes you a grower? Or is it like, because I can't fathom that you get aroused and nothing changes down there, even remotely. That can't be right. That's gotta be you're constructed incorrectly, like something was put together wrong. You put on the last part first. Hold on. This is up after quick go steal Joe and make him watch Evangelion. Yeah, no, that's gonna be what happens after Hunter x Hunter. By the way, I'll accept your guys' input on the shower versus grower debate at any moment. I mean, it's got to be a relative thing because I can totally imagine it getting stiff and not growing that much. Well, so I definitely agree, right? That's why I'm like, I guess it has to be a relative thing because if you get, I mean, I guess we're about to ask the next bold question. Is there anyone out there who's a shrinker? Damn, babe, I'm really feeling it loses an inch. Oh yeah, just like that. The shit is going, it's an innie now. It's just like, we're probably gonna take a lot of damage there, but it's fine. New class unlocks Samurai. I told you that this guy's for the weebs. He unlocks the Samurai too. I gotta know that. I'll try to like, I'll report back. I'll start a lab just for researching this and we can determine at which point precisely somebody is no longer a shower and they have crossed the threshold to grower. Because it just, honestly, I think even if I was a shower, I would describe myself as a grower so that I would have the societal comfort of being in good company. Because I think it's a little embarrassing to be a shower, right? You gotta be walking around with that thing fully extended all the time. You got a switchblade that doesn't switch? That's crazy. I can't imagine that's how you imagined your life going. It's gotta be inconvenient. Like, doesn't get stuck in the door? Sorry, I'm probably projecting for myself. Derp the Gooner confirmed. I don't know what it's in reference to. Hold on, I'm kind of like fighting the Sandstone Titan. Perhaps the most intensive fight. Not a switchblade that doesn't switch bean art. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's, even if you are a shower, lie and say you're a grower. And especially if your shit's kind of small to begin with and you're a shower, you have to lie. It's not up to me at that point. Increases speed by 7, decreases attack by 3. I mean, like, we'll put it on because it's already got +4 attack. How is it a negative +4? Am I actually losing attack by putting this on? Uh-huh. Red +4. I guess they're just calculating it together. Gaslight, Gatekeep, Grower, Cinema, Caught. Yeah, exactly. Gotta make a movie night, but we skip certain scenes in a medical building. Well, I don't know why you'd want to skip that scene. It kind of like gave me ideas. Me rubbing my hands together maniacally. Now I get it, because everyone likes Shinji, so I was just trying to be like him. I figured he would make no mistakes, right? Like, everybody thinks he's very mentally sound and always agrees with his decisions, I believe. Guys, you'll have to make sure, you know, obviously no spoilers because Spoopy Joseph has not seen the show yet. I don't even know if he's here. I know he was showering before I went live and he told me, whatever you do, don't go live today. It's really important that you don't go live today. And then, like, here I am now. So, how'd that work out? If you're wondering, by the way, he's not actually trying to, like, I'm not the most oppressed group in the world, aside from being a gamer, obviously. It's because I was kind of feeling like shit before I clicked go live, and then I decided, what if I, like, put on my projecting voice anyways and started talking? And it turns out, if you can lie to yourself, you'll never feel sick a day in your life. It's just highly important. You gotta just recognize it's mind over matter. Also, yeah, they needed me to rush. What can I say? A ninja of my caliber, we don't come around often. You gotta treasure us while you got us. Now, really, I don't think we want anything other than the pot, yeah. I didn't even check how many pots we need to max. We're already level 20. That was quick. Did I make you seasonal? Am I seasonal? How do I tell? Oh, I couldn't use the item on this guy, so I don't... Okay, yeah, there it is. Hold on. 19 attack, 16... Okay, 25 life? It should be... I mean, that's gotta be illegal. What the hell is that? Oh, it's gonna take so long. Especially because I'm too afraid to do any actual hard dungeons. Because what if I die? I kind of want to just play like Weenie Hut Generals for a while. Okay, so hold on. I see a long message. And I'm currently fighting, not exactly for my life, but enough that I don't want to look over. Oh yeah, Derek, and so we just watched the episode where Jinbei gives back his sake cup to Big Mom. Oh, yeah. No, that is, I mean, that's a sick scene. What do you think Oda meant when he made the fish man? just wondering. Honestly, I've got no clue what is going on with most of these augments. Every part of my gear is a new RGB color. It feels like I just logged in and now there is... Like, I've got gamer gear because everything's RGB. Nothing is just how it was. Did they rework Sem? I don't remember it. I don't remember this being the first part of it. Maybe I'm insane. POV St. Charles win Fishman. Yeah, I mean, like, what do you think? Obviously, because we all know One Piece isn't political, duh. But, like, what do you think he was trying to make a message for with the Fishman? I've been trying to think of this for a while, and it's really hard because obviously you can't bring politics into shows. That's what ruins them. Then, like, imagine if BioShock or Metal Gear or Fallout had politics in them. Those games would be horrible. Oh, they totally did rework it somewhat. Your prowess has earned you the... Yeah, okay. I just trust somebody else to say ready. I just kind of want to sit by and passenger princess. It is the most optimal position, by the way. I don't understand how you could like driving. I find driving to be one of the most terrifying things that we do on a daily basis. Well, okay, sorry. People in Europe are about to say, we? All right, fine. You walkable city head ass. But it's kind of insane that driving's as normalized as it is, right? Because there's... The only reason people don't crash into each other and, like, just kill them on the street is because we have a thin little piece of paint on the ground that says we shouldn't do that. And people just look at that and go, yeah, I'll trust that everybody else will also trust this piece of... this little piece on the ground. That's insane to me. I don't get, like, necessarily... Not too afraid to ever drive, but I would definitely rather not have to drive. Wait, what the fuck? Whoa, wait. Where are all the other bosses? What the fuck? Wait, I fought like 1 or 2 guys. There's supposed to be so many more fights than this. Hello? Petrified, sure. Tear squeezed, some would say. Sorry, I'm Jack Stauber posting. It will happen more often. I can change it to Tame Impala posting if you want. Yo, how many guys do you think work on those Tame Impala songs? Like, they sound really good. Just give someone the layup for like Aragon style trivia. Well, actually, do you think that people at a Tame Impala concert bring up the fact that Tame Impala does all of the work themselves? What's his name? Like Kevin something? I know it's Kevin, can't remember his last name. For the lead vocalist, you know, the one who does all of the beats, the one who does everything for Tame Impala. Yeah, they definitely reworked it. Sem this Halloween, I think. Oh, what about all the other bosses? Are their drops just kind of? Yeah, I guess we can wear that. Sure, why not? What do you have on it? Oh, minus defense plus max MP, and none of the dexterity. Yeah, you remember that time when I said like we can wear that? We can throw it into our chest in our vault, and probably just not look at it anymore. Out of sight, out of mind. It. Which one are we on? Fuck. I keep thinking tab is my button for, hold on. We are in Hearth. Okay. Like a stone of sorts. Like a free-to-play card game that I'm sure nobody would ever have any monetization issues with. Do people still hate Hearthstone? If so, thank you. Because I've been saying that for ages. What do we have from our other stuff? Increases speed and vitality on hit gain. I think that I'd rather just have my T9 with all my enchants as compared to the T7 with all the enchants. All right, Hearth. It was full. Well, that's a little unfortunate. Let's just use this opportunity to get my controls back to what I want. Escape to Nexus, yeah. Where's the one that's like... Hold? These are all social. Well, you know how it is. Because I used to just have it so tab was how I would open, or toggle open log. I don't know where log is. Begin, tell, tab. Yep, saw that one before. Well, I guess I could just look for K. Toggle log display. I guess that's the best we can get. Because now I can just do this. It works for just tapping it by default. Wait, I thought there was like a different setting you had to put on. Okay, sick. And now all of my controls are back. I pressed precisely one button. And we're back to where we gotta be. The Ravenous Rot? They added Dark Souls? Surely I've done enough damage already. Hold on, let me just get hit by everything 13 more times. I think that that'll really help going forward. There's too many fucking people in this game. We might have to do a culling. But this game was supposed to be dead. Huge rebinds. With rebinds like these, don't be surprised if you see me on the leaderboards. This game, does it still have like the fame leaderboards? If so, dude, I remember when I was a kid, the first time I saw a fame leaderboard, I died. They were using like the coral bow and a bunch of that kind of stuff. And I went, whoa, you can get drops like that. Wow. And then I would just continue to start up, die within the first 4 minutes of playing the game because I instantly teleport to the Godlands, rinse and repeat this for about 30 hours of gameplay, and then say it's the hardest game of all time and try to tell everybody in my school they had to try it. Nobody listened, but I think it might be because I had the physique of the boulder Sisyphus was pushing for most of my childhood. So I don't think they were as in on that one. I did play, I can't remember the name of it. I think it was called like Undead Frontier or like something like that. It was almost like a browser DayZ. Or any kind of zombie survival in a city type thing. That one, it had like the very classic internet sidebar was just an image of the game that you were playing. I remember looking at it and going, wow, how'd they make this game look so realistic? And if I went back and looked at it now, I guarantee you it would look like it was thrown together in like Flash in 30, 40 minutes. Watch in my surprise as it turns out Undead Frontier still absolutely popping off. People love that one. Now remember, they did rework Mountain Temple. We actually have to be part of the fight. You don't just get to sit on the outside and win anymore. Which is a little bit cringe. It's a little bit cringe to make me fight the boss in this game about fighting bosses. I personally think that everybody should just have a cheese strat so I don't have to interface with the game, but whatever, I suppose. Do I have to teleport in? I should be fine to just walk. You know what? I'm just gonna teleport, honestly. Because I know they're about to... They do close the door, right? The door is closing, some would say. Okay. My damage has been gotten in. Died at level 1. Couldn't be me. I'm going to die at level 20. It's got to be a universal experience. I feel like it is an experience that just kind of gets you hooked on Realm. Seeing how much higher other people have gone and thinking to yourself, dude, can you imagine if I had that kind of level of gear? I'd be unstoppable. And then I get that level of gear and die in 2 seconds. Because I'm more interested in eating as many shots as possible, like they're collectibles, instead of dodging a single thing. What can I say? The Banjo-Kazooie player in me, it yearns for it. I think it's good that he did that one first. I don't know if he has a set order. But the armor break one's scary. The green one, I don't even remember you. I remember the yellow one, because he's got all the lightning strikes. You know, I'm just not gonna I'll leave this to my team. This is one of these situations where there's no me in team. So I'm gonna run the fuck away. Died at level 3. Damn, that's gotta be rough. Now we do have to kind of speed it up a little bit, guys, because like the realm's gonna close pretty soon. We were at like 90-some%. And I'm not missing Oryx, okay? I already got front row seats. Ooh, okay. Don't stand remotely near those. The red circle is more of a suggestion. Okay, it does look like he just goes in a set order now. Because this is definitely, thus far, set order. Weave. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out his pattern for the blue orbs right now so I don't just get scissored. Who's up scissoring to the Salted Slices stream? Alright, we should be fine now. So long as I don't just walk into the purple shots. Which I'm very known for my ability to look at anything. I thought today was Monster Hunter? No, I said that was Thursday. Both of the days start with a T. No, Monster Hunter we did yesterday, and then we also do Thursday. At least as of right now. I don't know when it's going to go down to once per week. Probably once we're like done G rank. I don't know how much is in G rank though. Oh wait, this isn't who we shoot yet. No wonder I'm doing no fucking damage. My team watching it all, trying to figure out what the ninja is doing. The answer, I don't know either. All right, now do I remember what his death phase is? Not even remotely. Which Monster Hunter? I've been going back and playing Generations Ultimate because I never played through it and I've owned it this entire time. And playing Wilds made me yearn for the old days to see if I was nostalgically blind or if the games did just kind of have a little special something to them. And I'll say it, they have a little special something to them, man. They really do. Okay, not what I was hoping for. Don't know if I'm going to be able to use either of those, so... Not great, not great. But don't worry, we'll get a perfect key here. Exactly the one I'm looking for. Another mountain temple. A reef. No one else looks like they're going to run back. I'm just not going to go back. Damn, bro, I have work tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's Wednesday, so you're still fine. You've still got plenty of time. And we're back just in time to show up for the Oryx fight. Exactly as I wanted it to. That's peak. Yeah, I mean, like, it is. It is. I think I already said that. I think that I might have, like, short-term memory loss. But I also think it's onset by dehydration. Because I don't drink, like, at all. I'm streaming. Which is something I really need to get better at, because I have a giant jug of water the size of my entire head right next to me. I didn't refill it before this stream, though, so I've got to ration it out. Otherwise, I'd have to stand up and refill it. And if the entertainment stops for even but a moment, if the keys stop jingling for even 1 second, people are going to go, oh, I wonder what XQC's up to. And then it's over for me. I can't compete with him. Probably. I mean, he watches Dora the Explorer and live reacts to it. How am I supposed to be able to keep up with content like that? There is, like, you know how in the... Wait, what day is it today where you're from? Currently, it's Tuesday, right? Hold on, let me double check. Where's my phone? Yep, Tuesday, May 6th. Sorry, I gave away that it was May 6th. All right, well, they're gonna dox me from that one. But I do have like a little bit of a Willem Dafoe Green Goblin mask on my shoulder, screaming at me. And the Green Goblin mask is like to play Overwatch 2. And I think it's just that like playing Marvel Rivals has made me really miss team shooters. And specifically, I kind of miss a team shooter where it doesn't just rely on who has ults up. Because Rivals is fun. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of like brain off casual fun. It is very much just a game where you trade ultimate abilities with each other. And then whoever just ults better wins the game. So if you play, for example, a character I've been seeing quite often recently, and I wish I wasn't, which is Squirrel Girl. Because, sorry, your ultimate does nothing. Then you're not helping the team. I hate to break, it's literally just ult trading. Oh, it's Wednesday here? I don't know where here is on a map. So if you could just like dox yourself and put your exact location in chat, that would really help me out personally. But no, but it's made me miss the team shooters where I've got like more agency in what happens. And then people say play Deadlock. All right. Let's not go too far in any one direction now, okay? Look, just because I'm almost relapsing to Overwatch doesn't mean I'm gonna go to Deadlock. A video popped up on my YouTube recommended that was like 10 new heroes that might be coming to Deadlock soon. And it was posted 3 days ago and it had 80 views. And I was just thinking to myself, it must be one of the worst fates on this earth to be stuck as a Deadlock content creator. Because every time you post, people are like, we don't care, when's the game releasing? Because I'll say it, I played a couple rounds at Deadlock. I was enjoying Deadlock. You want to know what my issue with it was? The only people who were playing Deadlock were people who had to try to go out of their way to get access to it. The types of people playing Deadlock were not the types of people I'd like to be in the same room as. All right, they're not like me. They're here to sweat on levels I didn't know possible. It was like I was stepping onto the Stairmaster at Planet Fitness for just a casual time, and a woman in yoga pants steps up next to me. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm outclassed here, and it's not going to be an enjoyable bout for me at this point. Because just because I want my glutes looking good, I know they want theirs looking better. That's the kind of world we live in. I can drop this one. I can drop that one. I can drop that. Oh, hey, let me look at my screen and not walk into enemies. Did anybody take any of the... No one took my purple rarity katana. Wow. I even dropped that just for them. But yeah, I mean, Deadlock being a MOBA, for me, that's not a downside. I've played too much League of Legends for that to be a downside. And I know, it's like, how can you make fun of Deadlock content creators when you still watch League of Legends? Yeah, well, I've been breaking the habit, okay? I haven't been playing League of Legends. That feels like a full body cleanse to not be queuing up for League anymore. I don't know what it would feel like to get like a bunch of chiropractor stuff done on you. That neck snap they do at the end that sounds like it would kill somebody. But I imagine that's what it feels like for not playing League anymore. New split though, gotta lock in. When I say the 3 people that I main out loud, I feel like the League community is happy that I'm gone. And I want to see if you agree. Because my mains are Singed, Tom Kench, Zach, and Teemo. So if you would like to play against any of them, let me know. But normally the answer was people were like, actually stay the fuck away from League. Actually, whatever you do, just stay where you are. Zach's fun to play. Zach is passable. All right, we'll take it. Otherwise, yep, I know. Look, I know I'm a piece of shit. Do you hate Joy? Well, that's the fucked up part, is I have some of the most fun out of anybody in the lobby. But I know it's one-sided. And I think Singed might be one of the worst design characters of all time, because I don't think anybody else has as much asymmetrical fun built into their kit. I have the time of my life playing Singed. My team feels down one player because they have a Singed. The enemy team is like, holy shit, we have to fucking fight a Singed. Now, admittedly, I've been playing him less and less because I actually think they fucked up and made Singed unironically good for a while. And I don't think a character like Singed should ever be good for the game to be healthy. At least there's no Shaco. Yeah, I actually have zero fun playing Shaco, which you'd think with my champ pool, that would not happen. Also, if it wasn't abundantly clear, I only play Tom Kench top. I think he only goes top after his mini rework. I kind of stopped playing him as much after the mini rework, though. It was way funnier to kidnap somebody in the early levels. Minus speed and attack. Increases attack by 3, decreases speed by 3. Oh, increases dexterity by 13% of bonus attack. Well, I kind of feel like I like this. We'll take that. Then there's this one, which is just increases wisdom by 12% of bonus defense, plus 2 wisdom. What are you giving me? Gives more vitality. Do I care? Probably not. We can probably drop this one. Oh yeah, drink our potion. Definitely drink our potion. And then we got a... This should be better still. I don't know. But what is this one giving me? Well, that one was minusing our speed. So what's our speed at right now? We're at minus 3 speed. Okay, probably don't want that then. What if I just put you on? Now we're at plus 9 speed. Like, there's too much stat tuning going on. Increases weapon damage by 10%. Decreases weapon fire rate by 4%. But it still has plus 1 dex. So this might just be... Well, even then, the damage number's not as good. But it does increase dexterity by 10% of my vitality, which means I should put back on the one that gives vitality, which was... Well, wait, you give vitality. No. You give vitality. There's too much. There's just too much going on with the... Hold on. So... Well, maybe I should just increase my wisdom and have a stronger one. Because by comparison, the shots are around the same. So I'll just let anybody take the random demon blade here if anybody wants it. We can put our key and our... I don't know. Am I ever going to use the reef key? I don't remember what drops from the reef. Unfortunately, like, my loved ones' names and faces exist in my mind rather than the drops from Snydarian Reef. As sad as that may be. Now, the T7 armor does give speed and vitality, but I still don't care. So we're just going to drop that right there. Superior attack. Honestly, it's just like, most likely I'd rather do this. But it does make us so slow. It's fine. So I don't need speed anyways. So Hearth just closed. So let's go somewhere else, like the Prime Meridian. Do I even know what server I'm on? I have... I'm allegedly on... Oh, does it not even bother telling me? You are about to connect? I don't know. Whichever one they started me on. Oh, cool. There's 7 people here. Got a feeling they might be in Oryx. Don't quote me on that. Just a slight feeling I have. I mean, let's just go to US East too. What are the odds we'll have to wait in a queue for a while? Huh. I'm a prophet, I suppose. I'm a living magic 8-ball. Ironic considering I only have 2 balls. Well, I'll take this opportunity to go refill my water. You guys enjoy the art? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Hold on. I can put on like a sensory deprivation video for you guys. Hold on. I know what you need. Here, let me get you guys some Subway Surfers gameplay. Subway Surfers gameplay. Yeah, here it is. Oh, well, I'm getting an ad for the Air Force, which is about to work. I'm actually thinking of joining now, so... Well, now there's only 3 people in queue. Well, how could it possibly get any worse? Okay, so I add a browser source, and then the browser's URL should be, like, right here. All right, here you guys go. Hold on.
When you have Fios home internet from Verizon,
hold on.
You can save over 40%
just, like, give me a second here.
Movie.
All right. Here you guys go. Jesus Christ, that's loud, man. Well, now we've loaded in. Before you even got to the gameplay, asshole. Also, we can tell you're emulating it, man. It takes away from the whole experience. Well, hold on. Now I'm locked in. Now I'm feeling something new. Okay. Wait, you only have 2? I only have 2 balls left. Yeah. But not 2 left balls, just so you know. There's a very big difference. Well, anyways, even though we loaded in, I'll be right back. I'm still going to go refill my water. Hello, hello. Said the Minecraft house was going to be for one day, yet it got the green top. Explain that one. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? I am back. I am back. Now I have water. I will proceed to not drink enough of it for how long I'm going to be streaming, but I do have it next to me now. Straight from the tap. Don't worry. I do not live in Flint, Michigan. I know that you hear tap water in the United States and think to yourself, he's going to die. It's okay. I should be safe. I think that, and maybe it actually just like isn't good for you, right? But I feel like it should be good for me to do tap water. Because, yes, it's probably not as filtered. Sorry, it's definitely not as filtered. It's what I'm going to get if I pour it through the Brita or anything like that. However, I think it'll either kill me or make me stronger. And I think it's like a kind of gamble that's worthwhile. Because if it just makes me stronger for free, why would I not? All I have to do is drink water. Yeah, sure, only 1 in every 5 gamers does that, but still. As is seen by the searches, the Google trends of kidney stones popping up every time a WoW expansion releases. That's not true. I made that up right now. However, it might be. I actually want to check that now. Look at Google Trends and see if, like, hard in penis. Well, they probably wouldn't describe it exactly like that, because, like, I'd imagine you know what's going on there. You saw the dragon lady, so of course it was gonna get hard. But, like, I wonder if there is a correlation between people looking up stuff about kidney stones and the expansions for Final Fantasy XIV or World of Warcraft releasing. Because I imagine that's when people just sit there and drink nothing but energy drinks and keep grinding their characters. Because what else are you supposed to do? That's like a holiday is when there's a new expansion for an MMO you play. And I know that's rich coming from you playing around with a Mad God. Look. I don't have any kind of leg to stand on, I suppose, but at least this game doesn't get expansions. Or very much meaningful content. I mean, this enchantment system, the way they did like rarity with it seems kind of cool. Apparently it can go all the way up to, I think it's Divine is the best one. I'm not 100. I saw one Reddit post on it today. And I went, you know what? I'm in. Rotmig AI. You know the game's going crazy when ChatGPT has to hop in. ChatGPT, generate me an optimal build for the Archer. It's done it. I actually have no clue. It's weird because now with the rarity system, I can't actually see what people are running unless it doesn't have any kind of rarity. I'll probably go sewers just because defense keeps us alive. Gamer finds out what stats do for first time ever. Gronk, generate me a picture of this rat with big anime boobies. Look, you can't be doing that anymore. Did you see the one tweet that somebody posted where they said use Grok sexy mode and tell me this AI isn't a woman? It might be the saddest tweet I've ever read that has made me lose my mind laughing. I read it at like 1 a.m. and I actually had to like triple check to see if it wasn't an AI that posted that itself. Because that is so insanely funny. But they were subtweeting Elon saying like, you really cooked with Grok sexy mode. I knew this would happen eventually. What the fuck is Grok sexy mode? It's probably like you tell it, hey, I want to lick your insides, and then it hits you back with like a, that sounds really awesome. And the guy is sitting over there completely jorking it to it. That's what I have to imagine. I mean, because all it can do is, well, maybe it generates images for you. Maybe you can get like a Chernobyl woman that's got 3 arms, 6 nipples, but 2 boobs. It could go crazy. So maybe that's what they're talking about. Who isn't jorking it to Grok sexy mode? In the future, all jorking will be done by AI. I mean, I guess, you know, the success of chat, what is it? Not chat, I was about to say chat AI, character AI. Kind of shows there is a market for jerking off to talking to AI people. Do I think, but I just feel like Grok sexy mode as a name takes an already low point in somebody's life, which is straight up jerking it to an AI chatbot, and makes it even more demeaning by having the name Grok sexy mode. Like, you're absolutely not feeling on cloud 9 when you're talking to an AI to get off. You're feeling way, way less on cloud 9 when it's Grok sexy. Ninja best class, haven't played in years, got recommended. I'm not normally a huge ninja guy, but we did have to get him to level 20 so we could unlock all the other classes. So that's the main rule. What am I normally? I actually don't think, you know what? Playing him here has really changed my mind on him because I actually think the Ninja Star does feel really clean as an ability. But I don't even know if I have a main class. Salt, by the way, go on. Derp's about to be like, I just bought Twitter Blue. We can use Grok sexy mode. It's our time. Did you see they showed off the chef rework for Risk of Rain 2? Wait, we might be doing a Risk of Rain 2 stream. When is the rework dropping? Or is it already out? And does it actually look good? That's the other important part. Because just because you're reworking chef doesn't mean he's going to play well. The other two, I heard the other 2 classes were getting changes, which is insane because both False Sun and Seeker were like very good classes already that I don't think needed many changes at all. Just run into a little popcorn shrimp there. What can I say? Love catching them at the hibachi chef. Love catching them here. I have recently learned that hibachi is just like an American thing. I don't know if that really breaks anybody else's heart, but I thought we were taking culture again. I guess that's what American culture is. It's like hibachi, Indian, Italian fusion places. I don't really know what else we have. Barbecue. Ooh, red 40, yellow 6. I don't know any of the other dyes by name. What's the most popular blue dye they use? Is it just like blue too? I will say, tried Kensei for a day 2 years back or so, and he was incredibly fun. I do like Kensei a lot. My only issue with Kensei is I have a little bit of a proclivity to dashing directly into the enemies and dying instead of going over top of their shots and getting my stats. Which is a personal thing, but it still happens. It's incredible, no judgment. Hold on, it's out today, I believe. Want me to DM you the video the devs did? Oh shit. By the way, yeah, I was just standing there absolutely eating shots. What of it? That's what I'm most worried about if I ever do want to like move out of the US is the food, right? Because people will say how US food's unhealthy for you, and they're correct. But there's also like a lot of truth to the fact that it is delicious. Like when I went to Japan for the week and a half-ish that I was there, the food was amazing. However, it didn't leave me feeling the same way that I felt from US food. Now, some of the food that I had was the best of its class, right? Like the best Japanese curry I've had, surprise, surprise, was in Japan. But other stuff, I mean, like, I had to try the foreign McDonald's, the foreign KFC, all of that kind of stuff, right? It doesn't hit the same as what we have here. Yes, what we have here is triple the calories, and I wouldn't say it's 3 times as good. I'd say it's like 1.5 times as good. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make because it is 1.5 times as good. And damn, was it good, man. But like I said, they did their staples way better than any place I've ever had here try to imitate it. You see Kai's streamer university thing? Is it like a get rich quick scheme style thing? Where you pay like an Andrew Tate class like Hustlers University? If so, that's crazy. No? Okay. I was so worried it was about to be like he's doing you pay $300 a month. You have a 1 in 4,000 chance of Kai hopping in a call with you for 30 minutes and being like, yeah, what you gotta do is like make content. Yeah, what I did to get popular was actually like I made content and had friends who I could like bring on with me. That's kind of what I did. Send a clip of yourself in other shit, and if you get accepted, he flies you out to a physical university. Holy shit. I mean, that's kind of a sick idea. It's like, it almost is like an ethical Mr. Beast video. I'll say it, though, like, Mr. Beast does know how to make entertaining videos for the audience he makes them for. Which is primarily, I would say, 40-year-old people plus and children. I don't really... Like, is anybody 26 and getting hyped when Mr. Beast uploads? I can't imagine that being my life. I'll see him, like, crash a Ferrari for a challenge or something like that as a clip that pops up. And I just think to myself, oh, I guess that was kind of cool. And then that's it. But I can't imagine me seeing Mr. Beast uploading, dropping everything. I gotta watch this. One man versus 100 rats. Now that's good content. Yeah, honestly, you know what? Now you're kind of coming up with new ideas for Mr. Beast that he should do. I flew out 300 people and infected them with the bubonic plague. What happened next won't surprise you. They died. Last person to stay standing in the circle with measles. Well, all the 26 streamers are hella hyped to put his video on and walk away. Yeah, I guess it is just kind of like a sensory chamber. You know what? That's what he is. Mr. Beast is Coco Melon for adults. Because they turn it on and they go, yay! Don't leave the circle, guys! Yay! And then it's got a loud, over-edited sound effect, a thumbnail that makes Mr. Beast look like a wax sculpture of Mr. Beast. And they click on this, and this is what they're excited to watch. It's crazy. It's a different level than me. But you gotta try to submit anything to the Kai Cenat thing. Could actually go crazy. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Do I really do anything special, though? I just kind of like click go live and ramble. I feel like there's not as much hype for me, right? You're kind of looking for the kind of streamer who's out there woodworking and shooting deer for every subscription he gets. That's the kind of guy you want to have showing up. I'm going to oil you up. Never mind. I guess some people have interest in me. I take it back, all right? I take it all back. As it turns out, YouTube chat's got my back. If I think nobody's interested in me, YouTube chat's like, please, dear God, drop the nudes. Hey. All right. Never sell yourself short. Somebody out there wants to see you naked. Are you gay? It's like a very insane question to lead on. I guess like 50%. Well, if we really want to get into the percentages, I'm like, I would say normally I lean towards women. Normally. But I've been known to pick from both orchards from time to time. I think you're kind of weak if you don't, though, right? Like, how do you just exist and not want both? I know it's greedy. Your buddies a chance if you pick the right clip and say the right things during the 1 minute video, you could get accepted. What do you think if I like, hold on, contains a stack of any 1 tarot cards. This item can only be activated in the vault. What the fuck? I've never seen this before. Hold on. First, let me figure out what the tarot card does. Okay, well, you want to be gay if you get the chance. Is it like a thing for money? If so, you can't tell, but my wrist is currently limp. I'm looking like SpongeBob in that one clip. Go on. You'll receive 1. We got the sun. The sun is a... When used in the enchanter, applies the following effect. Dexterity, mod, weight. I don't know what those do, and I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm not going to try to become a smarter individual than I was yesterday. I'm going to be completely happy with who I currently am. Knowing you, probably Goon. Picture of Gojo, nah-eyed Goon. I get where you're coming from. I've seen that one before. Please change the game. I physically can. I just can't. I don't know if you're okay. Are you doing all right, man? You fine in your day-to-day right now? Look, is Realm of the Mad God the most aesthetically pleasing game of all time? Yes. That's all. That's the end of that statement. This is, love it or hate it, this is what good pixel art looks like. Fucking, ooh, I love Celeste. How about we get some taste going on? What would you know of this? Dude, did you guys see? This is like old news. Sorry. I don't really keep up with it 100%. Why? I just don't find that like keeping up with drama really does anything to excite my psyche aside from like making me sad about the other people that I inhabit this earth with, right? Do you guys see Dr. Lupo cheating in a chess tournament? That's so funny. However, I think he should have gone further with the cheating. A lot of people are like, how could you cheat in a chess tournament? No, I'm saying, how could you potentially not go for the tried and true method of cheating in chess, which is the vibrating plug, dude? Of course you're going to get caught. You kept looking over to another screen. I don't think the issue was that he cheated. I think it's that he didn't do it with enough finesse or tact. He had no clue what was going on. He was a kid stepping into a man's world. That's just not for him. Old? Oh, wait, which one? Oh, there's an abyss. It's already gone. Sucks for him. Unless. There's a tomb. We can do tomb, I guess. I suppose. Never mind, no one else is here. Swiftly turning around and walking out. I know one other person hopped in. I didn't read the modifiers. It probably had bad modifiers. Source for that, not everybody hopped in. And if I'm not going to get carried, what, you want me to put in my actual work? Killed by undead pirate? Probably resetting for the season if I had to guess. I don't think your 8-8 died randomly to a singular pirate. Call it just me, but still. But yeah, I don't know what I would even submit for something like that, for a 1 minute clip. Hello, Mr. Kai? I heard that you were doing a tryout today. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I could sell myself well. I wasn't really great at the elevator pitches in English class. At least that's where my teacher had us do elevator pitches. Granted, they had us do an elevator pitch as an icebreaker, which I guess is kind of where you'll use them, but still. If you want to cheat in chess, just have an AirPod in and no one will know. I think the vibrating plug's just funnier though. And it's tried and true. Because none of the judges want to be searching in there, so they'll just let you cheat. They'll see it happen and be like, ah, I'm not pulling it out, so. And you've got the easiest lie of all time. You just say that's not related. But yeah, I don't know. Doing an elevator pitch is a way to kind of do an icebreaker. Dude, why would I want to sell myself and my skills to random people within my high school English class? Plus, most of them, it's not like high school is some new, unique experience. I would say 85% of the people in the class knew me by that point. It's not like you just don't know people at, I mean, I suppose it depends on where you went to high school, because some high schools have classes of like 4,000 people for them. But at that point, you know, you're just lucky you made it out of high school. It's got to be a fire hazard to have that many people in one room. Especially since, knowing high schoolers, half of them are in the gym room trying to smoke weed anyways, which is definitely where the fire hazard comes in. Shout out, actually, I remember the gym in my school was also right next to the main like air conditioner that did all of the circulation for everywhere in the school, right? And so there was a group of kids who thought they were being really smart by smoking in the locker room and puffing it right outside. They were puffing it directly into the air conditioner, and the entire school smelled like nothing but weed, which was one of the funniest days ever, especially because you could tell the older teachers from like the younger ones, because the older teachers were being like, does anybody else smell skunk? And the younger teachers were like, we know what happened, don't talk about it. Like, we're fully aware. What do you want us to do about it, man? Which, I mean, to their credit, come on, like, it's a public school system. They don't get paid enough to deal with that. They're lucky if most of the kids make it home. They count that as a victory that everyone gets to go home. We just outdated nowadays. Arabian arugula is the shit. I mean, I know that for a while, people were going crazy for like sativa, which, I mean, that's just insane. The kind of shit that makes you feel like you've lived 1,000 years when you smoke it. I don't know if I want that. That's like a level of cursed knowledge I'm not prepared for. Plus, how are you supposed to go back to living a normal life after that? You've lived 1,000 years worth of knowledge within 10 seconds, and then you're just supposed to expect me to go back to working a 9 to 5? I've lived and breathed. The play in the dorms is overrated. Which, huh? Smoking weed is the overrated shit. Edibles not overrated. Oh. Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm not a big guy on smoking in general. And I know it's like, wow, he's so straight edge. No, I just mean like, I don't enjoy the wheezing that comes after I smoke anything. Therefore, that's not my kind of lifestyle. However, if we are speaking edibles, then it's like, that's easy. That I just plop in my mouth and it's done. Anything I can just plop in my mouth and forget, I'm really good with. That's why I was so great at working the corner. Top corner or, oh my God, top corner earner. Wow, that's really hard to say. Unexpectedly so. For 3 years running, baby. Anyone notice that I'm the only guy damaging him and I don't have damage? Because it's just kind of what I've been deducing from what's going on here. It's just me against the world, and I'm not succeeding. Check this shit out. Hold on. Okay. Oh, damn. Quite a shotgun. I'll just stand over here for a little bit. Don't mind me. That one's about to explode any moment. Yeah. Walk up. Get our damage in. There's only 6 people in here. I mean, what am I even here for? What, I'm gonna get T-shot? Yeah, that's gonna be so helpful for me when I can't use it. What, am I gonna get Sork stuff? Oh yeah, that's also gonna be so helpful when I can't use it. I think you can get, I know you can get greater attack. I don't know what else you can get. I didn't even realize this was Encore, honestly. I thought I was just going for the normal one. But I'm kind of too selfish to back out and have to go through the queue again to get back into this part of the server. So at this point, like, if it just kills us, it kills us, you know? Far be it from me to press the R key. It's too far away on my keyboard. I mean, it's a level that I'm not ready for at this point in my life. A big commitment. It's kind of a boring dungeon, man. I'll say it. I might click the R key to save myself 7 years of my life. Yeah, okay. I've convinced myself. No one had damage in there, least of all me. There's now a queue of 17 people. They all saw me walk into the club. But pull back up the... We gotta pull it back up. It's time, it's time. We have to pull up the brain rot. It's only fair. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Sorry, I got some messages I gotta check. Okay. Cool, I'm good. Probably not gonna be live too long today, by the way. I'm thinking like only 2.5 hours. New season DPS is impressive. Yeah, we're almost able to kill 1 minion. But you know, I'm probably not gonna be live for too long today. I've got a lot of IRL stuff I've got to take care of. As I said before I went live, I am a little exhausted today. So, but I did want to go live. It felt like taking the easy way out. I want to take you for a ride on a big jet plane. Dude, that guy would be insane at writing country songs. Because everybody knows the hit song Big Green Tractor, which says, we can go for a ride on my big green tractor. We could go slow or maybe go faster. That one... Like, when I was a kid, I was unironically jamming to that. And now when I think back to the lyrics, I gotta question, was it supposed to be a parody of country songs? Because the lyrics are just something else, really. Hold on. What skins have I missed? What can I spend money on? Easter egg Kensei? I honestly don't even know what I'm looking at. Allegedly Easter egg Kensei, but aside from that, Sushi Samurai is sick though. That's awesome. That one you gotta give them credit for. Forklift Driver Archer. I haven't seen the show yet, so I don't really know what he does. What is Unbound? Oh. Wood Winter Ninja and Master of the Elements Wizard. 7,000 points. How much money is that? Holy shit. 50 US dollars for a skin? What did it suck me to completion? It better. Oh my god. Holy. Those are expensive. What the hell? I gotta take out a loan with my bank to buy a skin in Realm of the Mad God now? Dear Lord. Eh, whatever. Look, someone else will buy them and it keeps the servers alive for me. So I'll take it. There's a weird culture around it. I've been noticing a lot in Pokemon Pocket, right? Where people go, bro, did you spend money on the game? Oh my god, I can't believe how much money you spent on the game. And it's like, why do people shame other people for spending money on like a gacha game or any form of a game, right? Like, I'll make fun of it for being expensive, but if you buy it, hell yeah, because now the servers are being kept on for me. So that's kind of what I don't understand when people are like, ugh, I hate people who are spending money on the game just to get everything instantly. Okay, do you hate the game then? I mean, for like a player of example, Genshin Impact, maybe they should hate the game. No, I'm sure Genshin Impact will probably have an ending at some point in time. It'll just be another 300 years before that happens. How's your head? I'm hanging in there somewhat. Not exceptionally well. Wow, holy shit, what a drop. We'll definitely take that. Just out of nowhere? Just for free like that? And it's even rare? We definitely take that. Wait, the Abyss of Demon soundtrack's kind of nice. Dude, I don't hate it at all. Yo, speaking of soundtracks that are kind of nice. I'll say it. All right, fine, I'll say it. Claire Obscura its soundtrack goes absolutely insanely hard. I just saw a random TikTok that was using its soundtrack in the background. Holy shit, what a soundtrack that game has. Like, it is so good. Bro, I know. Hey, I'm the one who said it. Wait till you start playing. Shit, that's the difference between you and me. I never play. Apparently, all I can do in this life is get drops for classes I don't play. And specifically ST drops. Which is crazy because my whole life I've avoided STDs. So, and I've been trying really hard on that. You wanna know what my answer has been? Abstinence. It's the only way to stop everything. Amen. Which is also why I never fap. I can't trust myself. It might count as like breaching the abstinence code, so therefore I would never. Disgusting to even insinuate. Okay, T8, not gonna be doing that one. I'm legit 20 hours in. Every time a new soundtrack hits, it's a banger. See, I haven't heard that much of like the later game soundtrack. I've only heard the, hold on, what was this one? Gree? What the fuck did they mean when they said Gree? Sorry, I just got enamored. I didn't know that could happen. I really don't know where Ninja gets any of his drops, by the way, because I've never really played this class. So I don't know what kind of white bags I'm looking for. Oh, we should be doing crawling depths for Doku. If it isn't the frog who didn't hunt ghosts with me. What is it about committing hate crimes against Sonato that makes you feel good? Might I ask? Wow. When gay pride month's on the horizon? Some people. Oh shit! Wait, you never get to see him. Candyland. Anyone wanna see land with me? Ah, I see they're showing up. I didn't know I lost track of time and fell asleep. A likely story. A very likely story. That's what I'd be saying too. Dude, it's so easy to be a streamer. You just gang up on people. You just go with whatever public opinion is and they love you. It's kind of like being a dictator, but more awesome. Especially because I don't have to have dick in the name. It's more like an optional thing. I mean, clearly not for me. I must have opted out of it, but someday I'll get there. Imagine thinking you have a fellow ghost hunter and then he ghosts you. On the bright side, if you had any doubts that ghosts were real, now you know. So it could be worse. Now, what are we looking for here? Yet again, nothing. Aside from just like pots. I was the ghost all along. I mean, son, you think you know a frog. Just goes to show you, no one's loyal in this world. The only people that are loyal are people who play Spelunky too, and that's true. It actually, I do think it is a green flag if you date someone who plays Spelunky too. And because like, that's a game where it puts you through some of the hardest, like, hardships you could imagine from a game up front. And people have to go through it to get there. And like, you have to go through a lot of pain and suffering before you get to the enjoyment part of the game. And if you have someone who's ready to do that, dude, they'll work on anything with you. That's a green flag for sure. They don't mind being a little glutton for punishment. They're probably also a little bit sadistic. Well, like, sorry, a little bit of a masochist. Sorry, there's a difference. I don't really know. They always get said together. Because I don't really, I guess this is where I can expose a little bit of my kink lack of knowledge. What is sadomasochism and how does it differ from like any, like the masochism I can buy at Whole Foods? You know what I mean? I really don't, because I've heard both of them said. I just don't know really what they mean. I imagine one's the modifier for the other. And I know that the abbreviation is like S&M, but I kind of prefer SBMM, which is skill-based matchmaking, of course. That's kind of what I'm looking for. All right, we can still just throw these while we're silenced. It's all good. And then we still get, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. If you're about to ask me, how do you get so many ST items here? I don't know. I've got 3 in my inventory right now. We've gotten 4 ST drops today, I think. And I still don't have AIDS, I don't think. I don't know. I've never gotten tested for it, so that'd be a rude awakening for me. But it's kind of like, you know how coaches don't play? I don't need to get tested. I don't play. You think, huh? Every now and then. I've thought about it before. I don't even know what this is in reference to, honestly. I mean, obviously something I said. But to be honest, most of the words I'm saying today, I don't even know if there's like any kind of entertainment that can be gleaned from them. Because I'm like very out of it. I can feel physically that I'm not all there right now. I'm very slow compared to normal. My brain is operating definitely at a frequency that's less high than usual. And you could say, oh, you're probably just tired. But like, I got a good night's sleep. I didn't have a dream though. The last dream that I had was like an apocalypse style situation. And I feel like every time, every dream I have of an apocalypse has me as a survivor, but I just don't think, I'll be realistic with you. I think that I'm dying day 2 or 3 of the apocalypse. I don't think I'm in it for the long haul. And it's not by choice, by the way. I would like to be in it for the long haul, for all that it's worth. However, I just don't think that I would be in it for the long haul. I don't see me... Like, I would probably take a misstep on day 2 and get my ankle bit. I think that's what would get me. I don't think a zombie would kill me outright in a one-on-one, but I think I'd just be like a little careless and then get bit on day 2 or 3. And then that's just it for me. Which, what kind of like zombie stuff do you prescribe to when you see it in media, right? Do you like, because I don't know if I do, I feel like the infections are always so inconsistent and plot contrivance based that I don't normally end up feeling very immersed in the world, right? Like a good example of it is Telltale's The Walking Dead. Everybody who hasn't played it or hasn't seen it, mute real quick. I need you to mute because it's like actually, I'm about to drop some huge spoilers. I will, hold on. I'll put back on the scarf when you're good to unmute, okay? Scarf will return when you're good to unmute. At the end of season 1 of The Walking Dead by Telltale, right? What happens? Well, I'm happy you ask. Lee dies because he gets bitten on the wrist and they try to cut off his arm. And then even if you cut off the arm, you just have to play through the final sections with one arm and he still dies and succumbs to the infection. Now, this is clearly setting up the idea that, hey, unless, well, not even unless, if you get bitten, even cutting it off won't save you. Because Lee cuts it off quick, okay? Then season 2 happens, and we meet Reggie. Who's Reggie? Reggie, the guy who had his arm cut off as he was getting bit, but it saved him. Now, you could say it was because it was at the moment of infection. All right, I can now believe you, and we can agree on this. Then there's season 4 of The Walking Dead, where Clementine gets bit, gets fucking zombie guts inside of her bite, walks for around 30 minutes, passes out in a barn, then gets her leg cut off and is still fine and doesn't succumb to the infection. I don't prescribe that you should change the entire rules of your world and how everything works just so you can have a happy ending. I don't think that that's fair at all. Anyways, enough of that. I've just had that on my chest for a while, apparently. Wait a minute, did he say on his chest? Anyways. Playing stupid ass bit. But yeah, no, I guess what I'm just saying is, but the power of plot armor, it's so stupid. If anybody deserved it, whoa, spoilers. What do you mean? You shut. If you got spoiled by that, You have no one to blame but your own self, because I had an entire speech where I said, mute the stream and unmute when I put the scarf back on. So if you got spoiled by that, you deserve to look in the mirror and say, why have I done this to myself, and blame others for my own actions. That's what you need to do. Wow, I see that shout out. I too would change the subject. I too would run away when confronted with the truth. I wouldn't want to intrude, counter offer. Hold on. You don't sleep and come vibe with us. He's right. Second one I've given you today. Yeah, the first one he was probably all naked and wet in the shower. Trigger warning, men. My fault? Yes, it is. Say that again. The hive? Why are you saying hold for the hive? What am I missing? What am I missing about the hive? Maybe he's just a big hive fan. Oh, there's a cube god? That's tempting, but we should just go Haunted Sam. We need so many pots. And with these people here, I mean, whoa. One of them had like a cool aura. Look at this guy. He's got aura around him. Someone's into degradation. Not me. Wait, I got an explanation on what sadomasochism was, but I was too busy ranting about the Telltale Walking Dead's inconsistencies and how the infection works. Also, Walking Dead zombies are probably the zombies I have the best chance at surviving. Because they just seem weak as hell. Some zombies, they get like superhuman. Walking Dead zombies, you can tell it's a corpse that came back. Because whenever you look at them shambling around, it does look like a swift kick to the leg would take them out. Imagine we frog nap you. I thought you said frag trap, and I was like, holy shit, frag punk, it's time. Or frag trap, and then you go, wow, a claptrap unit, specifically one of the ones used for war. Holy shit, frag trap. But I don't think as many people played Borderlands the pre-sequel as I did. So I don't know if that one gets as much of a reference, right? But trust me, I did play the pre-sequel. The pre-sequel had the best Vault Hunter in the entire series inside of it, so of course I played it. Which one am I talking about? Of course I'm talking about Doppelganger Jack. Doppeljack was the best, probably, period Vault Hunter. It just, I mean, like, one of the most synergistic kits. Very fun. Built-in allegiance effects are always a great time. There's just so much to like about how they did Jack Doppelganger's kit, and so little to hate. Oh, a Divine Morning Star. Huh. I don't even know what it has. It doesn't look like anything. Shoots multiple bullets. Bullet 1, bullet 2. Bullets 1 through 4 clearly missed. Okay, cool. What the fuck am I supposed to think when they have all those? Okay, so they're gonna walk down and try to break my armor. Run up. Don't get caught by them. Don't believe their lies. They're about to try and break armor again. Weave. As long as we never get hit by armor broken, there's nothing at all to fear. Now, I don't know what the green was about to be. Oh, the greenery. Is it because we killed them while green that he turned into a skull? If so, guys, you should really work on that. It was me. It was me. I killed him while green. No, they just turned into a skull anyways. Take care of yourself first. Bring some water with you. Yeah. What he said. Sorry, I don't really read my chat. I'm not like a good streamer. Sorry, I'm just here to like play Realm of the Mad God and left click on the boss for a while. And then maybe every now and then we die and restart everything and go back to the drawing board. Walking through the skeleton head, pretty risky. Could have definitely got shotgunned and killed there. But you know what? If you're not playing a little Russian roulette with yourself, what's the point? I mean, we do it every day. What, you hop into a car and just expect people to be nice to you on the road? You don't know who's drunk. It's me. But it's fine. I'm nothing like those drunk drivers because I don't crash. Well, that was an atrocious drop to get from the boss. I would have been better off leaving. Awesome. Also, good call on banning the guy who was like the view botter, even though, hey, he might have been on to something. I think there was somebody respawning at the end there. We might have had the treasure boss after that. Whoops. That's fine. I don't think I'm going to miss it too much. UDL, we definitely could use a UDL, but like if it closes by the time I can TP again, is what it is. I don't think I'm losing any sleep tonight over not getting into that UDL. No, I'm actually going to be thinking of awkward moments that kept me up throughout my youth. I don't think I've ever done that, like, realistically. I've seen all the memes about it where people are like, my brain reminding me of something embarrassing I did 10 years ago. But I don't know if it's just me or not. I don't, like, have that happen. I don't think I've ever stayed awake at night because I think of something embarrassing I did. And I think it's just, like, because I've reconciled with the fact that we're all kind of cringe at times. So why would I be hard on myself for being cringe when people will unironically watch? Anyways. Honestly, when people will unironically watch blank, fill in your least favorite political streamer here so you can feel based. This is where you get to have interaction with this, whatever you want. When your blank is filled in, you'll be all good. Wish someone would fill my blank in. It's been a while. I think we'll just drop these. The candy ring is 400 feed power. It's probably not worth dropping because we do need to feed our pets a lot. Chaka, where's Pell? Am I right? Am I fellow One Piece heads really cracking up at that one? Sentient monolith. I've never fought this before. So what do the greens do? And what do the runes on the ground? The runes on the ground slow you, or maybe they have different effects depending on what you step on. It appears they have different effects. It also appears that I'm getting my ass handed to me. Anyone else noticing that? Like, they're really fucking me up. Okay, so you just dodge to the side, kill one of these. It's dazed now. Sure. An 8-8 was just killed by the sentient monolith. So maybe I should lock in a little bit. Maybe these are just like healing. I think these just heal him. And so what I'm doing right now is actually not dealing any damage to him. Because you need to get up here to deal your damage. Aha. And then we got to make sure that we don't get caught in one of these paralysis ones. I'm going to back out from all the paralysis there. In fact, I've done my little bit of damage required to get soulbound. Now, I ask the peasants to kill him for me. It's just the way it goes. Wait. This part's easy. I don't know what the green diamonds do, so I'm just staying away from them. I don't know what the fuck you're even thinking of doing here. Just gonna drink a couple potions. I'm the hatch. What can I say? I'm a thirsty guy. Also, going back to something I said way earlier, one of like the things I'd miss the most if I do leave the US, specifically when it does come to all the food stuff, right? Dude, does anywhere else do like the non-authentic amazing food that we do here? As in, earlier today, as a little treat, I ordered a pizza, but it's an Indian style pizza where tikka masala is like the base for it, and its naan is the kind of style for the crust of it. So it's like an Indian fusion pizza. Where would I find that if not the US? I'm the only person in here and I have 2 potions. I think I'm gonna take the portal of cowardice on this one, by the way. But like, that's the kind of stuff that I'd miss, because I don't know if anywhere else would do it. And don't tell me that it's not authentic. I know, but it's also delicious. I've long since been a fan that you can throw out a little bit of authenticity to try and come up with something new or improve upon a flavor. I think just because something was done a certain way doesn't mean it's the only way that you should do it. Fat D-Docs, TP. I'm gonna walk in here and be the only person. Oh shit, this is a fat one. Never mind. They weren't lying. Sorry, I didn't know people could tell the truth on the internet anymore. I thought like, once they changed the website's name to X, I thought they got rid of all the truth on the internet. Oh, damn, and we're already here. Now, what am I looking for from him? We can't use the cutlass. We can't use the, you know the one I'm thinking of. The Bard active item, we can't use that one either. Bard is my favorite class. Wait, I finally remembered. Bard is by far my favorite class. Do I think Bard is that strong? No. Do I think a lot of people hate Bard because they're like the Inspire buff is inconsistent and can throw off my shots timing for the sweet spot of the damage? Yes. Am I going to play Bard regardless, and that is going to be a personal issue that you have to deal with? Absolutely. I don't care how useless he is. I think he's neat. And he's the only bow class who doesn't use leather armor, which is fun. Wow, that shotgun fan could have hurt. Oh, we gotta just kill his bird? Okay, sure. Good thing I decided to dodge in a proper way rather than just dying. Okay, shooting at me. Fucked up. Oh, Captain, my captain, how about we leave me alone? Whew. Very big divide in this nation between people who had to watch Dead Poet Society in their English class and people who didn't. Very big divide. The divide is when people see the "Oh Captain, my captain" scene clipped on TikTok. People who saw it in their English class go, "Ah, Dead Poet Society, what a great movie." And then people who haven't will have to type, "What's the movie name?" Did I hate that about the clipping culture of movies specifically with short form content on the rise? Normalize, if you're stealing a clip from a movie, putting the name of the movie anywhere on the content. Because I've seen some clips where I think to myself, oh wow, this looks like a very fun movie to watch. And everybody in the comments is just like, oh man, I watched this one once. Can't remember the name of it though, haha. And it's starting to piss me off because, like, remember the name for me. I'm asking. I mean, just how many STs can I get? At some point, it's getting ridiculous. Does it show me how many people are in the server? 64 currently. Probably means it's pretty much full. I mean, honestly, this is probably something we can drop. It's only a T8, right? So, like, even though it's kind of cool, I can just drop it on the ground. If anybody wants it. Usable by priest, sorcerer, summoner. Are you one of those? You are. Here, take that. Alright. Fuck me. Nobody wants my divine thing, man. Fine, I'll just fucking drop it then. Because I want it even less than them. Which kind of proves I get why they don't want it. Because it's a T8. I get it. I was just happy I got a rare thing. At least allegedly. Call Para, call Ancient Ruins. How about you, like, call somebody who loves you? Crawling Depths, wait, they love me. Wait, it's not all over yet. Anybody who's using a katana must be very excited to go for this one. I've seen like 4 people enter. I should be one of them though, because most likely there's going to be a treasure room up front. That's always how it works in Crawling Depths that I don't enter early, is there's a tea room immediately at the start. And they already kill all of the golden eggs before I can even get in there. When all I want to do is just like crush a couple of those embryos. You know what I mean? Sorry. I'm trying to work on my application so they accept me at the abortion clinic. What do you think? Is it working really well yet? I just love killing babies. Thoughts? Fuck. It's all gonna be gone. It's all gonna be gone. I'm not gonna get anything, dude. Don't even get your hopes up. Hope for nothing and don't get disappointed when you receive it. Okay. Damage has been done to most of these. Haven't done any damage to that one. It's not the most luscious haul we've ever had. But at least I got a pot. That's just how it goes, man. That's just the Crawling Depths experience. I mean, it's right here for the boss. We can just take them down together, guys. You haven't seen Planet of the Apes, I imagine. Because apes together, they're actually strong. I know that might be insane, but it is true. That's another one. That is a certifiable TikTok classic. They love posting Planet of the Apes. They're so Planet of the Ape posting. Let's give me a shiny Doku. Thoughts? Shiny Doku that's divine. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I don't know what the odds are to get it. But that's why I just get to say never tell me the odds when it drops. However, with the positive mindset that I have going into it, I'm going to say it's a 100% to get it. Now, it looks like a bunch of people want to destroy this. I feel like we should go for the green, right? Or was green the first one we did? Green might have been the first one we did. I don't remember what the optimal order is. So, for context, the way this boss works, each time you destroy one of those eggs, they have new parts of their moveset. I believe once we destroy red, the webs around the map start to turn red. The traps now follow people. I'm noticing that he has a little flower budding out of him at most times. Okay. Can't do that one yet, sure. So then we just gotta get our damage in over here. Very important that I do get damage in, by the way. You can get white bags from these little eggs. Is it rare? Yeah. But not impossible. And like I said, that's when I gotta say, never tell me the odds. Now, what do I think we're gonna get? Seeing as I actually want a drop from Crawling Depths, I'm just gonna guess, like, maybe a defense pot. If Monster Hunter has a desire sensor, why wouldn't they implement it here? I know that the desire sensor in Monster Hunter has never been proved to be real, but it actually has to be. So, what actually is this game, Ratman? I'm happy you asked. This is Realm of the Mad God. Today's sponsor. God, wouldn't it be all white? Listen here, Con. Oh, never mind. You got the mace. Enjoy. Hey, that's all you. Didn't get a Doku. I don't care. Is Doku still one of the highest DPS? I say it. Let's be real. The people in my chat right now probably don't know. So this is Realm of the Mad God, an MMO RPG. Now you can see all the other people around me. It's a bullet hell MMO RPG roguelike. Which, yes, I recognize that it sounds like the back of a box you would find in a GameStop on a clearance game. However, the reason you can't really see a lot of the other players is because I set their opacity down very low so they don't fuck me up while I'm dodging. Because if somebody fucks me up while I'm dodging, sure is a lot of hours down the drain. Specifically right now, 1.74. Sorry, 1.47 hours. Actually, it's not 0.47. That's not how time works because it's 60. So it'd be 47 out of 60, which is over 2/3. So it would be around 0.74. I was more right the first time than I thought. It's technically above it because it's over 45, which, as you know, would be 3/4. So it's more like 77. So it'd be like 1.77 hours. But I don't really think anybody cares. But yeah, that is all, I guess. T? Say less. Now, this is probably the treasure room that terrifies me the most. So everything about it just kind of like puts me on edge. It can just deal so much damage. If you're not paying attention, which is very easy to do because this is a very overstimulating room to fight in. Because you got to watch all of the explosion. Yep. I don't even blame that guy who died. I almost joined him. I saw his name. I saw him before me. I was reaching out. Stop shooting for me, you fucking tree, dude. I'm starting to take the Onceler's side the more I'm alive. Because, like, why are trees doing all this? What could they potentially have against me? And then you don't even give me a drop? That might be the most insulting part of it all. Water has been consumed. Holy shit. Oh, it's like the first rainfall in 5 years, dear Lord. Every time I take a sip, I can feel it like uncrusting my throat. And you might say that's a sign I need to drink more water. I feel like a toddler, but like, let me explain why. I think I would drink more water if, you know, the hat that Schmitty Warberman Jensen had in SpongeBob? His hat, because he was #1. That's the kind of hat that I think I need for streaming. So I can wear it and just have perpetually a straw underneath me. So I just have to, like, move my mouth down ever so slightly in order to get my drink of water. Which I know shouldn't be the only way I would drink water. But it would be the funniest way I could drink water. And then it would be consistent. Because, like, the real stopper is I have to remove my hand from the mouse. Which is too much of an opportunity cost. I'm trying to goon. I'm already playing with one hand. You asked me to remove the other while I got nothing left. That's all I have. Dude, there was, speaking of Green Goblin masks, Willem Dafoe style. Dude, the other game I really felt like streaming today. And this was, you should thank me that I didn't do it. You're welcome, okay? I really wanted to stream Maple Story, and I don't know why. I just felt like starting a new character, giving myself carpal tunnel, and absolutely jamming some keys on Maple. And don't think for even a moment you're safe, all right? It's a temporary safety at best. Because that desire still exists. I've just been able to suppress it for now. I don't know how long until I relapse again. This was my MMO hotfix for now. Because I do love MMOs, but I think the MMOs that I love are MMOs people hate. You want my proof of that? I don't like Final Fantasy 14. It's too slow. I don't like WoW. It's too slow. I want an MMO that like asks me to press buttons. And I know there's a lot of APM inputs in WoW and in Final Fantasy 14. But any game, any MMO that has cast times is instantly no for me. You can't make me enjoy a game that has a cast time. If I'm pressing my nuke spell button, I want to use my nuclear spell, not look at my guy go like Honje Shwanda Onde for like 3 minutes before he does the spell. I don't need to be that immersed. I'm actually so happy to just cast my big spell that I spec my entire build into. So in conclusion, what I'm just trying to say is fuck cast times. And so the MMOs I play don't have any cast times. Now I have to do the MMO RPG for you. Which one? Final Fantasy 14? Look, I think Final Fantasy 14 is a very good game if your idea of difficulty is a flashing red field that boldly asks the question, would you like to stand in that field or not? And if you stand in it, you die. But if you don't, surprise, surprise. I love FF14 for the story, not for the gameplay. Raids in Final Fantasy have also, like, they've been assembly lined too hard, in my opinion. This goes for WoW too, but I think with WoW, I've seen more go wrong than I have in Final Fantasy 14 raids. It doesn't feel fun to me when the raid is so solved to the point that people just move exactly where the raid leader tells them, stand in a spot, use their spells as called by RL. It's like, this shit is so boring. You're not playing a raid battle that's testing your every skill you've learned over your hours of playing the game. You are playing Simon Says. Simon Says with a disco floor that lights up. And I know it's like rich coming from you. You never even got to that point. It's fair. I didn't. That and the crafting and gathering is really fun. You would love New World. New World is just waiting for you. Or old school RuneScape. Man, if you want to craft and if you want to gather materials, do I have the game for you? That might be nothing. Shout out to, so my cousin recently got married. And we went to her wedding and she still lives really close by, right? So Easter came around, hanging out with the family. Her new husband came over. And dude, I mean, what a fucking goated move to do. Her husband was sitting on the couch playing old school RuneScape on his phone for 4 hours and then got up and left. That's the kind of shit I wish I could do that, man. You sitting in the couch in the common area where everybody's talking around him. And the only time I heard him make conversation was when another one of my relatives, my uncle, was like, what are you playing there? And he was like, it's an old game called RuneScape. And then, honestly, I kind of got a little bit too much of a view into their relationship dynamic from there, because her husband looked over and said, can I tell him about it? And then it was the first time I saw like real light in his eyes. He was so excited. And her response was, no, don't talk about it. And he went, okay. And then he went back to playing it, which I didn't need to see that, honestly. I felt like behind closed doors. In fact, my uncle wasn't talking to anybody. Just let him talk about his game. That's so sad. I kind of felt like I saw behind a curtain I wasn't supposed to see behind. Now, why didn't I ask him about old school RuneScape? I'd rather be part of the problem than the solution. No, the truth is actually because I was pseudo babysitting one of my other cousin's kids because she kind of just treats family gatherings as a good opportunity to not have to pay for a babysitter. So somebody just had to make sure they weren't gonna like choke to death. And man, it's normally my little brother. He wasn't there. Man, do I wish he was, because I can't deal with little kids. I just can't. It's not me. If you're an elementary school teacher, you deserve a Medal of Honor. I'll say it. You're on a different kind of front line every day you go into class. That's a different Normandy. You're storming my worst nightmare every time you go into class. And that's insane. And you do that voluntarily for no pay. Like, they should at least get a Nobel Peace Prize, right? Especially because, I mean, come on, they're just giving those to anybody now. Didn't Elon have one? Surely not, right? If so, then they definitely are just kind of like putting it on a wheel, spinning it and going, you get a Nobel Peace Prize. Dude, they should give Katy Perry one, because for a very brief moment, we all came together to point and laugh at the fact that she like had the little flower she held up to the camera, and then afterwards started kissing the ground when she came back to Earth. Now, I have said before, and I do stand by this, that I think people were too harsh to her, because we all saw what happened with the Ocean Gate sub. I would be thankful as hell that the ship that I went to, 5 million? What the fuck? 5 million. Is it not supposed to have better than 11 million? GG 5 million? What? Yeah, that's just kind of like the health they have, right? Wait, was 11 each last time? Did these guys not... The game scales their health based off the people here, right? What am I missing out on? There must be something I don't get. Now, this is insanely low DPS, so maybe he's not supposed to scale this high. Let's focus all in blue. Yeah, there's purple and red, so I don't really know how to divvy up blue. I don't know if purple or red is who we're going for when we say blue, but... Okay, we're chilling, What was I? Oh, yeah. So, like, I don't know. I felt... Now, if you were worried that the ship was going to explode, you probably just shouldn't have... Woo! You shouldn't have taken the deal to go up there. I don't really know... What was the whole deal with the celebrities going up to space? I mean, I know what the deal with Big Bird going to space was. He almost died on the... What was it, the Challenger? So good for him. He had a Final Destination style premonition. He was like, get me off! Something's not right here, I can tell. You know what? I think they're right. I think it is normally way lower HP than that. 0? Sucks to be them. Couldn't be me. All that for P-Bag? Okay, that's true. I did get a P-Bag. That's pretty true. But I'll take it still. It's better than absolutely nothing. Were we just splitting our DPS before? Because it kind of feels like we're doing better now. Maybe it's my T4 star is actually changing everything. 100%. With the celebrities going to space, was like Taylor Swift offered? Surely she had to be, right? I mean, she's known for having a horrible carbon footprint. It's not like it would have been out of character for her. I don't really have anything against Swifties, right? Like, I don't particularly care for her music, but it's not actually atrocious or anything, except for Bad Blood. Bad Blood's one of the worst songs of all time. I'm sorry. It's just so bad. That song is offensively horrible. Which is why, like, if somebody says they're a huge fan of Taylor Swift to me, in my mind, there's like 2 different versions you could be, which is the I like Bad Blood and Shake It Off version, or there's like the she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts, she's cheer captain, and I'm on the bleachers. And if you're on the second half of that, if you're on that side, I'm kind of with you. She was hitting a little different. Is that song just about being a pick-me girl? Yes. But she was kind of cooking with it. So credit where it's due that our DPS is too low. I'm dipping. All of the good DPS must be in here. Breaking news, famous rodent. Content creator Sutherland has been quoted as saying, I love global warming. Please release more CO2 gas. Yeah. Okay, but what about short skirt and shake it off, but not bad blood? That's fine. I feel like Shake It Off is like, Shake It Off is a completely acceptable song. It's kind of like pop slop, but I'm not gonna hold it against somebody for making pop slop, because like, that's another way of just saying it's a fun song to kind of just have on that's high BPM and makes you feel good. Bad Blood is offensively horrible though. That song, I don't think anybody listened to it before it released. I think that it just like, Taylor Swift woke up one night in a cold sweat with the song already created, and she went, well, I'm not gonna put it to waste. It was also kind of like, it pissed me off just because of how much, because Bad Blood exploded as a song, but I really thought it was horrible. 24 people left Janish unfinished. What is God of PvP about to do? Like smite us down? Take our name? 03 must be insane. Is the health scaling wrong? I don't get it. I don't think it's the health, guys. I don't think they understand. I think it was mostly popular because of the drama song. Yeah, but the one part of it that like I just really don't understand. I know it's fine to do this, and there's a lot of pop songs that do it, right? Where you take a word that is one syllable and specifically take your time pronouncing it to stretch it out to be a second syllable so that it fits the scheme of the song better, right? I'm not saying that she's the only artist who's ever done that. What I am saying is when she tries to make the word cut into a 2-syllable word, it does not work. In fact, it does quite the opposite. It sounds atrocious. When she says you made a really deep cut, like you can hear where she has to kind of like take a little bit of a breath and a pause and a breather to try and make it work as a 2-syllable word. Because even she's like, damn, cut really is cut and dry. This is 1 syllable. Man, I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat O2, guys. Everyone enjoy. Welcome to your life. There might be no turning back. I mean, dear Lord. Wake the fuck up, samurai. Oh my God. You've been dreaming for 15 years. What was happening in your mind that whole time? I was doing 1 Oryx 2 fight. Give me the chicken bag, yeah. I'm doing 5 damage. Honestly, the issue might be that guy. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on here. This is not optimal for us, I think. Half of those despawn, so we're good on that. The other half will despawn soon, yep. ... Just wait, guys. We're about to get it 15 minutes, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess these people have never heard that good things come in long packages. So we're just trying to draw it out a little bit to enjoy the fight more. Look, they're not jamming to the song. Imagine if Taylor Swift Bad Blood was playing right now. Then we'd be in hell. I mean, I guess, don't heal, man. Don't do that. This will be your grave. Maybe. No, this cannot be, by the way. I just don't think I need the wisdom. Just give me the better one. T11 staff. Yep, I'm upgrading. My tops are going crazy now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ah. We've got quite a fight ahead of us for O2 if this is how the health scaling's looking. Again, I don't even know if it's just the health scaling or if it's that none of us have good equipment. T9, T6, I just think that nobody has equipment, honestly. we're all fighting. We're just using sticks and toothpicks trying to kill God, and it's just not working for us. I mean, luckily, I can just spend all of my mana to run through quicker. Good ninjas get it done. What can I say? I hope nobody's struggling with this. I know I'm not. Okay, wait. This room's hell. We're fine. We're through. 4.5 million? That's another 4 mil to deal with? Yeah, isn't that what we just fought, though? Why are we acting like that's impossible? Come on, guys, lock in. We did it so readily last time, and now I've got a slightly better weapon. My personal DPS went up. Someone else got a T11. If we all EP him, that's true. We can die together. And Misery does love company. Especially if you're at that one famous arc that's there. Went up that. I'll tell you right now, if you're a tourist and you're looking at the, what is it? Is it the St. Louis one? The one that it's in Missouri? I think it's St. Louis, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, if you're ever there, bro, you should go up it because it's a fun tourist attraction and all that. You have to see, you have to see the kinds of elevators they have there because it is, I don't think I've ever been afraid of an elevator before, but that was the closest I was to being like, I don't know if I want to be on this thing. Because as you might imagine, if it's an arc, and the whole point of it is it's just a giant parabola, right? There's no clean way to go up. That's not really how a parabola works, unless, of course, you were to have a line connecting from the center point down. But if they had that, well, then it wouldn't look that impressive as architecture, right? So how do you get up? You cram into perhaps the smallest elevator I've ever been in. That then goes up about 10 feet, and then to the right about 10 feet, and then up about 10 feet, and then to the right about 10 feet. You repeat this for about 5 minutes until you reach the top. And the entire time, I was just kind of like, I felt like a sardine, because I was just crammed into a tiny little tin can. I was thinking to myself, what am I supposed to do if this freezes? This is I'm not a claustrophobic person. Not really. In fact, if anything, I think I prefer tighter spaces. But something about not having any windows and being stuck in a tight space with 4 other people, I was kind of freaking out a little bit. And then once you get up to the top, it's got the smallest windows of all time. By the way, somebody was just killed by Oryx the Mad God. I did not enjoy it as much as the best part of being at the Arc was looking Arc. I don't know which one you're supposed to say. I mean, the Arc is what Noah took, so I guess it's the Arch. The best part of being at the Arch was just looking up at it from the floor. Going up, the view doesn't change too much. I guess you can see like a Capitol building. Yippee. But that's about it. Woo! Which you can also just kind of see not too far off from where you were at your starting point anyways. So, I don't know. The Space Needle was cool, though. That one, obviously, these are very different parts of the U.S. You're talking about a probably 3-day drive between them. Space Needle is definitely worth going in. That one's very fun. Okay. I'm trying to actually get damage in, help our team out. But, like, I'm just so ass at Suns. Ooh, Woody Wood. Maybe you should have stood on the outside like me, you know, a Giga Chad carry. It's not an easy job to sit on the outside and let everybody else do all the work. One of the most thankless jobs there is in Realm of the Mad God, so make sure I'm not the one who's up front. 29 out of 85, 02. That is actually an absurd parse to be down this low from just 02. Yeah, let's not maybe do an 03. I don't know. That's just kind of my idea. Increases defense by 10% of bonus speed, plus 0 defense. Attack and dexterity increase. Attack by 0.7 and dexterity by 0.7. Try to keep it in your pants. Holy, I didn't even know we could get stuff like that. I mean, that's cinema right there. That's peak. they will never be used. So long as I still draw breath, they will not be used. I guess we can put all of the STs we got in here. There's also this one, which I could use at some point. We could get the Reef guy. Honestly, let's just go get some. Our man Gil's probably got a ton of potions for us. He's been sitting on them for a while. HP me. Wow, I got it all the way up here. Look at me go. View Guild Chronicle. Yeah. That seems about right for my guild. The gang's all here. We'll just hold on to our 4 potions. Fine. It should be fine. It should be fine. Ah. I've yawned a lot on this stream. I'm sorry. I'm probably inducing sleepiness within you. Not my goal, not my intention. I'm supposed to be an upper, not a downer, so I'm sorry about that. I might have a pack to open in pocket. Hold on. Totally do? Okay. What am I aiming for? I think I'm aiming for, like, another Sol Galeo, because I only have 1. And he is the cooler of the legendaries anyways. If you like Lunala more, reflect on that. Not hearing any great noises. Yeah, all right, that was completely horrible. I got absolutely nothing. They laughed at me and kicked me out of the premises. So, honestly, I think I am tired enough. I said it was going to be a short stream. I think I'm down. I think I'm down to call it there. End on the O2 that took 7 years to finish. So, that way I can go get done all the real life stuff I got to get done. Take my shower, get all ready for bed, I gotta edit more shorts too, so I should probably build in some time for that. But tomorrow we'll be back with Bazaar for sure. I've been missing Bazaar. It's been a little bit since we've played it. So tomorrow's gonna be a Bazaar day. Thursday's gonna be Monster Hunter Generations. Friday I'm gonna be off. Saturday might be 100 line. I'm still debating if I want to start it on stream or not. It's because, like, I'm really interested to see where Kodaka is taking his creative ideas going forward. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is it's yet again a game about only high schoolers, and there's like romances in it, which when I was in high school, which is when I played Danganronpa, I didn't think anything weird about it. But now I feel like that since I'm like 24, I should probably not romance a high schooler. I know that's a hot take, but anyways,